Good morning, afternoon, good evening. What's up, y'all? So, this is going to be a sweet and short video because I just heard something that I really just want to share with y'all. Where's my camera? Right here. Okay, my camera's on this side. I always gotta find it, especially when I'm out of touch. Anyway, so listen to this. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. Hey, Queen. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Pretty much, that is everything that I'm about. That's everything that I promote. That's what the entirety of the Get Paid with Creative Nomad show was about. The entire series is about self-discipline, self-accountability, self-control. If you cannot master your own mind to say, I'm going to do whatever it is I just said I'm going to do, don't ever be so disillusioned to think that you're going to win in life and mastering yourself in anything. It Everything begins, besides with the thought, being disciplined. And no one's going to discipline you. You know what I mean? Baby, if you can kill yourself and live to tell about it, you a bad mofo. And I need to be following you on YouTube. Like, for real. If you can kill yourself and live to tell about it, you a bad mofo. You the truth for real. You are the truth for real. Now, the way I would like to spin that is, if you can kill all of the negative things about you that stands in your way, that prevents you from being productive, successful, progressive, forward moving, then you really are winning. You are really winning. If you're able to look in the mirror and really check yourself. I remember giving my daughter that advice when she was a teenager. And recently she told me, when she just came to California and we spent just like the weekend together, which was rough. And she said, I gave her that advice again. And she was like, well, Mom, that works for you. That doesn't. I was listening to Zig Ziglar a couple days ago, and he said it in there. And it was my first time that I can recall hearing him say it. Not what I'm about to say right now, but he said, the eyes are the windows to the soul. Look yourself in the eye. Look yourself in the mirror. And I only gave my daughter that advice because that's what I did when I was 12 years old. You know what I mean? And so I've advised multiple people to do that because that's tough to do. To look at yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and really, really have that conversation with yourself. You know, blacks, we talk about having to come to Jesus talk and all that other nonsense. Come to yourself. Have that talk to center yourself with the universe, right? And it's not just a my thing, you know. You have to be able to take control, full control over your mind, and discipline yourself from the things that you eat, the things that you don't eat, that you like, that are not good for you. That is self-discipline. That takes a lot to be able to do. To wake up at 4 a.m., that is not easy. And the days that I wake up at 6 a.m., I'm like, shit, I'm 2 hours late. Even when I wake up at 6 a.m., I'm still ahead of the game as far as other people are concerned that may wake up at 8 or 9. That doesn't concern me. I wake up at 4. So when I wake up at 6, I have done myself a disservice, but I don't beat myself up about it because I say, okay, My body was extremely tired and didn't even realize I turned my 4 a.m. alarm off and went back to sleep. When that happens, I don't even realize that it's 6 o'clock when I wake up until I jump up and it's 6 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, it doesn't even feel like I slept 2 hours later than I prefer to. But that again comes down to having control over my mind, period. When you are able to make yourself do what you said you're going to do. What I love about that and what motivated me to just come on here and play that for y'all and do this video is it was everything in a nutshell. If you cannot master your mind, don't expect to master or conquer anything else that you think you set out to do. What did I discuss on the last episode? How far are we going to go? How focused you are, the action you take will amount to the results that you achieve in the right direction. Either you're going out of the way and not doing anything, or you're heading toward your goal and you're taking the necessary actions. You're analyzing what you should be doing that you're not doing, that you can't quite put your finger on how to do, so you research how to do it. You know what I mean? It may sound crazy, but I'm coming up on 1 year of having my business registered with California. And it's hitting me that there's a lot of bookkeeping shit that I have not done and don't know how to do. So, guess what? That's what I'm researching now. I did it at the beginning, but I pulled off to really focus on where I'm taking my business, to focus on getting product, getting it out there, building my brand, building my personal brand. Now that I'm coming up on needing to renew and register and do all this shit, I'm like, okay, okay, I have done zero bookkeeping for this year for my business. And that's just me keeping it 1,000 as a new small business owner. I haven't done any bookkeeping. I don't know where I stand. I know I stand. I can tell you where I stand. I stand behind the mark. Why? Because I haven't kept my books. So that's what I'm researching now. That is how I am ending my year, because I've gone hard everywhere else. So just because I don't know bookkeeping, just because I'm not an accountant, doesn't matter. I have to do this. Because when it comes time for me to file my taxes and to get to build on top of what I've established this year come next year, I won't have an excuse to say, oh, well, I don't know how to. That'll be my second year in business. No excuses. If I can't conquer my mind and say, Shalanda, Createve Nomad, you have to get their books in order. This is on you to do. This is your business. You have to do the admin, the accounting. You got to do all that shit because you don't have an admin. You don't have an accountant. You are her. That's just it. Conquer your mind, you will conquer everything else. And that is my message in the entirety. And I'm going to end it with the same message from my guy, Will Smith.
Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. Self-discipline